Once upon a time in a small village, there lived a curious little girl named Emily. Emily loved to learn about everything around her, especially plants and animals. One day, she found a mysterious seed during her explorations in the woods. "This seed is different," thought Emily, as it shimmered with an iridescent glow when she held it up to the sunlight. She decided to plant it in her backyard, eager to discover what kind of plant would grow from it. The next morning, Emily woke up to find a beautiful, towering tree had sprouted overnight. Its leaves were filled with intriguing symbols, and the branches seemed to be reaching out to touch the sky. As days passed, Emily noticed that whenever she learned something new, the tree would grow taller and more vibrant. "I wonder if there's a way to make this tree share its knowledge with others," mused Emily one day. With a determined look on her face, she began to study plants, their life cycles, and how they absorb nutrients from the ground. After much experimenting, Emily discovered that by placing different objects under the tree's roots, like books, plants, and even people, the tree would grow in unexpected ways. For instance, if Emily placed a book under the tree, its leaves would turn into pages filled with fascinating facts about the subject of the book. When she put plants beneath it, new, exotic species began to bloom from the tree's branches. Word quickly spread about Emily's magical garden, and people came from all over to learn and grow from her tree. Soon, they realized that the more knowledge they gained, the stronger and more beautiful the tree became. One day, a grumpy man named Grumblethorn visited the garden. He scoffed at the idea of learning and refused to place anything under the tree's roots. Emily watched as the man continued to ignore the tree, remaining small and withering compared to the others. Grumblethorn grew angrier each day he visited, eventually declaring that the tree was a foolish waste of time. The villagers sighed in disappointment, feeling sorry for Grumblethorn's closed mind. One stormy night, the grumpy man returned with a wicked glint in his eye. He tried to destroy the magical garden by pulling up the plants and cutting down the magnificent tree. But as he tugged on its mighty roots, it refused to budge. And instead, the tree's light began to glow brighter than ever before. Grumblethorn stumbled back in shock as Emily approached him with a kind smile. "I see you now, Grumblethorn," she said softly. "But it is never too late to change." The next morning, the villagers were astonished to find that the tree had not only survived but had grown even more beautiful and vibrant than before. Grumblethorn, humbled by his failure, approached Emily timidly. "I've learned that there is always more to discover," he admitted sheepishly. "Please teach me." And so, Emily taught Grumblethorn the wonders of her magical garden. And together they grew not only in knowledge but also in wisdom. The village flourished, and the story of Emily's tree became a legend that inspired generations to come. Moral: knowledge is power, and an open mind is essential for growth and progress. Never let fear or stubbornness keep you from learning new things.